Well, good morning, guys. Today's job is going to be a real simple one, but something that's simply overdue. Yeah, so today on the Boogaboo boat, what I'm hoping to do is something that I've been hoping to do for a long time, is clean the engine compartment, clean the engine bilge area as thoroughly as I can. Excuse me. Right now with the boat out of the water and up on blocks, it's a lot easier to just rinse it out because I just simply took the drain plug out the back of the boat. And so I'm going to hose it down and scrub it down and try to get rid of all that crud that has been there since before we bought this boat. I've done a bit of cleaning up in the past, as much as I could get to, but in the water it's difficult because every time I hose it down I have to get the shop vac out and suck that water out and then drain it out and blah blah blah, back and forth. So I'm going to take advantage of that right now because it's supposed to be a rainy day. We haven't got any rain yet, but it's supposed to rain at some point today. So I'm under the canvas top so I can work inside where it's drier and try to knock that off, and then that'll give it a day or two to dry out before I have to get back in there to do my next project. But that'll be for another video, another day. So anyways, let's go take a look and see what it looks like, the before shots, before I get down there and start cleaning it. So this is what we've got. It's not too bad. I mean, the engines themselves are nice and clean. I've wiped them down enough times. But it's just, getting back into the corners there where I can see there's antifreeze from doing the winterizing and stuff like that. And I can put my caps back on. Yeah, so it's not too terrible, but it's just, there's scummies down there. So I'm just going to clean that up as much as I can. Okay, so I have begun the battle. The biggest problem here on this boat is the fact that we have these two giant motors so tight together, and that's actually one of the motivating factors for buying a bigger boat, was something with more room in between these engines. Don't worry about that blood, just a little cut. But anyways, it's getting down in between all these spaces. I guess that's why it was never cleaned thoroughly in the past. So I'm doing my best. It's difficult, well, it's impossible for me to reach all that way down there. So I'm working with a brush and a stick. I get a rag on there. And I'm just going to do what I can. But you can see the challenge is the minimal amount of space in between these engines. So I cannot stand down there to reach down there. So I'm oomphin' and humphin' and lying on my gut, so we'll see how I make out. Okay, my cleaning job is coming along swimmingly, but I recalled that I have one of the bonding wires is broken off here. Just a little tab has gone on it. So I have a couple of these here on the boat. So I'm going to do that. Hopefully one of these will fit. I'm going to tell you that right now. Yes, that one will fit. Let's see if the smaller one fits. This guy here. No. Okay. So I just got to take those that bolt off of the that is the steering shaft. Take that off, and then that loose bonding wire that's broken off will go onto there. It's always something. Always something. So it's definitely a lot better. Like I say, I had the tops of the engines and the hoses and everything cleaned already. But it's just, as I pointed out, difficult to get right down on the bilge. But, I mean, it come up pretty good. It come up well. There's just some spots I really can't get to. And there's, I don't know what the hell is on there. It's almost like there's a resin or something that got spilled down here. The rest of it, it's a lot better than it was, definitely. It is not perfect, but it's good. I'm gonna bring the shop vac tomorrow and just suck out some debris that's back there. I got the plug out just to drain it out, but there's like crusty stuff back there. I found a freaking plastic bag that was all tied up, and I'm just gonna jam things up. But like I say, for as much as I can get to it. It's pretty good. When I do the oil changes, I can do the oil changes on the big engines as well as the generator. And once the generator's done, I'll clean that back corner because to drain the oil, it's messy. So I'll clean that up nicely then. But yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, all in all, pretty good. I'm happy with my efforts. I only got two cuts on this. Just, you know, you hook up on the cable ties and stuff like that, whatever's down there. I'll tell you something, when we first bought this boat 3 years ago, there was so much sludge down there that I sucked out with the shop vac. I filled a 5-gallon pail 2 times, and there was actually parts down there. You name it, it was down there, including I think a screwdriver as well. I just don't get it. Now, some of you guys might look and say, yeah, it was clean enough before, because a couple of you commented when I was working down here on whatever in the past that, Bilge, is your engine room ever clean? The Bilge is clean. No, it wasn't to my standards. And for those folks, you might say, what is the big deal about having a super clean Bilge? First of all, it's my German heritage. Everything's got to be nice, neat, and clean. And not only that, it's beneficial to anybody if you have a clean bilge, because if you have a fluid leak or you lose a piece or a part, or even if the belt is wearing down, you'll see it because it'll show up better against the fiberglass, right? The gel coat. So there was a long-running story, I don't know if it was a joke or not, or something that was just planted by a former jealous competitor, Mercury. But when Mercury first started producing their outboards back in the 50s, I think it was said that the reason that their engines were painted black is because it was harder to see the oil leaks on those engines. So I don't know if that's true or not, but it's something to think about. But like I say, it's a good reason to keep your engine bilge clean. If you lose a little piece or a part, you drop it, it'll be a lot easier to see than if it's in black sludge down there. And again, if you have an oil leak or a fluid leak of any sort, it'll show up and it'll just be a lot easier to see, like I said. So that's it for now. I'm pretty happy with that. Of course, while I was down there, I was reminded of a couple of other jobs I have to do, one of which is fasten a bonding wire that goes to the starboard side rudder post, which is broken off, and it's only been broken off since we bought the boat by a previous person. So I just got to get the correct piece that goes on there. I only have for 12 gauge wires, and those things are like a number 8 or something, so I got to get one of those. And yeah, that's it for that, other than the other things I want to do. And one of them is a little project. It's actually the completion of a project that I started last year, again, to my satisfaction. So that's going to be another video for another day. But yeah, not bad for killing a day at the boat. What do you say? Beautiful. Yeah, my hands are dirty, greasy, I'm sweating, I'm bleeding all over the place. It's a good day on the boat, my friends. It's a good day, absolutely. Yeah, I really enjoy working down there. A lot of fun. Okay, I'm gonna cut this one off here because I've spoken enough again, and I will see you on the next one. That's it. Cheers.